The topic is electronic way bill, e-way bill. What is e-way bill? It is a document or bill which is electronically generated for the movement of goods from one place to another, which can be interstate or intrastate, where the value of goods is more than rupees 50,000. Movement of goods from one state to another is interstate and movement of goods within the state is intrastate. E-way bill is required to be accompanied with the goods on their movement from supplier or consignor to recipient or consignee. It is a document generated before transporting the goods, either by road, rail, or airways. Who can generate the e-way bill? The registered supplier is responsible to generate the e-way bill as he is in knowledge of the details of goods to be supplied along with the details of recipient and transport. A registered recipient can also generate the e-way bill on the basis of details provided by the supplier. The transporter can also generate the e-way bill on the basis of details supplied by the supplier or recipient as the case may be. The unregistered transporter can enroll on the common portal and generate the e-way bill for movement of goods. The movement of goods can be on account of supply or for reasons other than supply. Example, job work, testing, approval, sales return, etc. or due to inward supply from unregistered person where GST is to be paid under the reverse charge mechanism. E-way bill is not required in the following situations: where the goods being transported are as specified, such as liquefied petroleum gas for supply to household and non-domestic exempted category customers, kerosene oil sold under PDS, that is public distribution system, postal baggage transported by Department of Posts, natural or cultured pearls and precious and semi-precious stones, precious metals and metals clad with precious metal falling under Chapter 71 of the GST tariff, jewelry, goldsmiths and silversmiths, wares and other articles falling under Chapter 71 of the GST tariff, currency, used personal and household effects, coral, unworked falling under Chapter heading 0508 of the GST tariff, and worked coral falling under Chapter heading 9601 of the GST tariff. E-way bill is also not required where the goods are being transported by a non-motorized conveyance such as bullock cart, rickshaw, horse carts, manual carts. E-way bill is also not required where the goods are being transported from the customs port, airport, air cargo complex and land customs station to an inland container depot or a container freight station for clearance by customs. E-way bill is also not required where the goods specified in schedule appended to notification number 2/2017 dated 28 June 2017 is being transported other than de-oiled cake. Notification number 2/2017 grants exemption from CGST to specified goods. E-way bill is also not required where the goods are being transported are alcoholic liquor for human consumption, petroleum crude, high-speed diesel, motor spirit commonly known as petrol, natural gas, aviation turbine fuel. E-way bill is also not required where there is no supply as per provisions contained in Schedule 3 of the Central Goods and Services Act. Schedule 3 consists activities or transactions which shall be treated neither as supply of goods nor as supply of. E-way bill is not required where the goods are being transported under customs bound from an inland container depot ICD or a container freight station CFS to a customs port, airport, air cargo complex and land customs station, or from one customs station or customs port to another customs station or customs port, or under customs supervision or under customs seal. E-way bill is also not required where the goods being transported are transit cargo from or to Nepal or Bhutan. E-way bill is not required where the goods being transported are exempt from tax under notification numbers 7/2017, central tax rate dated 28 June 2017. That is supply of goods by the CSD, Canteen Stores Department to the unit-run canteens, supply of goods by the CSD to the authorized customers, and the supply of goods by the unit-run canteens to the authorized customers. E-way bill is also not required in relation to notification number 26/2017, central tax rate dated 21st September 2017, which exempts intra-state supply of heavy water and nuclear fuels by Department of Atomic Energy to Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, that is NPCIL. E-way bill is also not required where any movement of goods is caused by defense formation under Ministry of Defense as a consignor or as consignee. E-way bill is also not required where the consignor of the goods is the central government, government of any state, or a local authority for transport of goods by rail. E-way bill is also not required where empty cargo containers are being transported. E-way bill is also not required where the goods are being transported for weighment purpose and the distance is not more than 20 kilometers from the place of the business of the consignor to the weighbridge or vice versa. The movement of goods must be accompanied by a delivery challan issued in accordance with Rule 55 of the Central Goods and Services Tax Rules 2017. E-way bill is also not required where empty cylinders for packing of liquefied petroleum gas are being moved for reasons other than supply. How to generate the e-way bill? The e-way bill site is www.ewaybill.nic.in or go to the site of GST portal and then go to the e-way system. Then log in by mentioning username, password, CAPTCHA and then log in. If not registered or enrolled, then go to registration at dashboard, scroll downward, it will appear e-way bill registration, enrollment for transporters, e-way bill for citizens. Select the category for which registration or enrollment is required. After login, on left hand side it will appear go to e-way bill. There are options generate new, generate bulk, update part B, vehicle, extend validity, cancel, print EWB. Also there is option to generate consolidated EWB, that is consolidated e-way bill. Now to generate e-way bill, go to generate new. First enter transaction details. Select supply type, either outward or inward. Then select subtype which appears as supply, export, job work, SKD, CKD, lots, recipient not known, for own use, exhibition or fairs, line sales and others. Then select document type such as tax invoice, bill of supply, bill of entry, delivery challan, credit note, others. Select and then enter document number and document date. Then enter the information relating to bill from and bill to. Enter the details of supplier and his GSTN number. Enter the details along with address and PIN code. Similarly, enter the details of recipient and his GSTN number. Enter the details along with address and PIN code. Then enter item details, product name, description, HSN, quantity, units, value/taxable value, tax rate, total amount, CGST, SGST, IGST, cess, total invoice value. After entering all these details, now the information relating to transport has to be given. That is, transport name, transporter ID, approximate distance in kilometer. Part B deals with transport details. Select mode, that is either road, rail, air, ship. Then vehicle type, regular or over-dimensional cargo. Then vehicle number, then transport document number and date. Then one can preview and then submit and exit. To print the e-way bill, go to print and enter unique or EWB number, that is e-way bill number, and press hit go. Print e-way bill shall be generated, in which the following information shall be shown. E-way bill number, e-way bill date, generated by, valid from, valid until. Now in part A, the details are GSTIN of supplier, place of dispatch, GSTIN of recipient, place of delivery, document number, document date, transaction type, value of goods, HSN code, reasons for transportation, transporter. Now part B contains information, mode, vehicle number, transport document number and date, from, entered date, entered by, CEWB number if any, that is consolidated e-way bill number, multi-vehicle information if any. The supplier or the transporter can issue a consolidated e-way bill, that is form GST EWB02, in case where multiple consignments are intended to be transported in one conveyance. Cancellation of e-way bill. If the goods are not transported or are not transported as per the details furnished in the e-way bill, or if the e-way bill is generated with wrong information, the e-way bill can be cancelled within 24 hours of generating the e-way bill and can be generated afresh. The e-way bill once generated cannot be edited or modified. Once e-way bill is cancelled, it cannot be used. Rejection of e-way bill. The supplier can request the recipient or the recipient can request the supplier of such consignment to reject the e-way bill within 72 hours of the details being made available on the common portal or at the time of delivery of goods, whichever is earlier. Validity of e-way bill. The e-way bill has a validity of 1 day for distance up to 100 kilometers and thereafter 1 additional day for every 100 kilometer or part thereof thereafter, and for the over-dimensional cargo, that is ODC, the validity is 1 day for distance up to 20 kilometers and 1 additional day for every 20 kilometers or part thereof thereafter. The validity shall be counted from the time at which the e-way bill has been generated, and each day shall be counted as the period expiring at midnight of the day immediately following the date of generation of the e-way bill. Extension of validity of e-way bill. In case the goods cannot be transported within the validity period of e-way bill due to exceptional circumstances like natural calamity, law and order issues, transshipment delay, accident of conveyance, etc., the transporters may extend the validity period within 8 hours from the time of its expiry after unloading the details in Part B of Form GST EWB 01. Bill to ship to. In this situation of bill to ship to, it has been clarified by the CBIC, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, White Press Release number 152/2018 dated 23rd April 2018, that only one e-way bill is required to be generated instead of 2 e-way bills. For example, there are 3 persons involved in a transaction, namely, first, A is the person who has ordered B to send the goods directly to C. Second, B is the person who is sending goods directly to C on behalf of A. Third, C is the recipient of goods. In this scenario, two supplies are involved and accordingly two tax invoices are required to be issued. That is, first invoice number 1, which would be issued by B to A. Second, invoice number 2, which would be issued by A to C. Queries were raised as to who would generate the e-way bill for the movement of goods which is taking place from B to C on behalf of A. It has been clarified that either A or B can generate the e-way bill, but to be noted that only one e-way bill is required to be generated as per the procedure given in the CBIC press release dated 23rd April 2018. The physical movement of goods is happening only once. Thus, e-way bill needs to be created only once and could be based on either of the invoices. E-way bill in case goods are transported by railway. In case where the goods are transported by railways, the e-way bill shall be generated by the registered person, being the supplier or the recipient, who shall either before or after the commencement of movement furnish on the common portal the information in Part B of Form GST EWB01. The railways shall not deliver the goods unless the e-way bill is produced at the time of delivery. There is no requirement to carry e-way bill along with the goods, but railways has to carry invoice or delivery challan or bill of supply as the case may be along with the goods. Normally the goods are moved to the railway station using transport. An e-way bill would have been already generated and hence only in Part B needs to be updated with RR, that is railway receipt number. Part B of the e-way bill can be updated either before or after the commencement or movement of goods. E-way bill in case of movement of goods in CKD, SKD condition. Where goods pertaining to one invoice are transported in multiple vehicles. For example, in case of completely knocked down condition or semi-knocked down condition, the e-way bill shall be generated for each of such vehicles based on the delivery challans issued in relation to the consignment. And first, the supplier shall issue the complete invoice before dispatch of the first consignment. Second, the supplier shall issue a delivery challan for each of the subsequent consignments giving reference to the invoice. Third, each consignment shall be accompanied by copies of the corresponding delivery challan along with the duly certified copy of the invoice. And at last, fourth, the original copy of the invoice shall be sent along with the last consignment. Blocking, unblocking of e-way bill. As per Rule 138E, a registered person, whether as a supplier or as a recipient, shall not be allowed to furnish the information in Part A of Form GST EWB01 if such person has not furnished the returns for a consecutive period of 2 months and has not furnished the statement of outward supplies for any 2 months or quarters as the case may be. Similarly, in the case of composition taxpayers, if he has not furnished the statement in Form GST CMP08 for 2 consecutive quarters, thus for non-filing of returns, the generation of e-way bill is blocked. The Commissioner may, on receipt of an application from a registered person for unblocking of the facility for generation of e-way bill, on sufficient cause being shown and for reasons to be recorded in writing by order, a law furnishing of the said information in Part A of Form GST EWB01, subject to such conditions and restrictions as may be specified by him. No order rejecting the request of such person shall be passed without affording the said person a reasonable opportunity of being hurt. E-way bill system integrated with Vahan system. E-way bill has been integrated with Vahan system of the Transport Department. Vehicle RC, that is registration certificate number, entered in the e-way bill will be verified with the Vahan system for its existence and correctness. If vehicle number is not available in the Vahan system, the user will get alert message about the non-availability of the vehicle number in the Vahan database. In such situation, it is advised to check and update the vehicle registration with the concerned Regional Transport Office RTO so that the generation of e-way bill is not affected. Otherwise, after some time, such vehicle number will not be allowed for generation of e-way bill. Imposition of penalty for minor discrepancies. Circular number 64/38/2018 GST dated 14 September 2018 has given clarification with regard to imposition of penalty in case of minor discrepancies in the details mentioned in the e-way bill, although there are no major lapses in the invoices accompanying the goods in movement. The penalty to the tune of rupees 500 each under CGST Act and the respective state GST Act should be imposed, that is rupees 500 in relation to CGST plus rupees 500 in relation to SGST or UTGST, total rupees 1000, or rupees 1000 under the IGST Act for every consignment. The minor discrepancies are: first, if there is spelling mistake in the name of the consignor or the consignee, but the GSTIN number wherever applicable is correct. Second, if there is an error in the PIN code, but the address of the consignor and the consignee mentioned is correct, subject to the condition that the error in the PIN code should not have the effect of increasing the validity period of the e-way bill. Third, if there is an error in the address of the consignee to the extent that the locality and other details of the consignee are correct. Fourth, if there is an error in one or two digits of the document number mentioned in the e-way bill. Fifth, if there is an error in 4 or 6 digit level of HSN, where the first two digits of HSN are correct and the rate of tax mentioned is correct. Sixth, if there is an error in 1 or 2 digits character of the vehicle number. Some points in regard to e-way bill. A registered person or the transporter may choose to generate and carry e-way bill even if the value of goods is less than rupees 50,000. The value of exempted goods exempted under notifications or rules is to be excluded from the value of consignments for the purpose of generation of e-way bill. If the person or consumer is an unregistered person or a normal citizen, is transporting the goods of value more than rupees 50,000 in self-conveyance to his destination, he can generate the e-way bill himself on the basis of bill or invoice issued by the supplier by logging into the e-way bill portal by getting registered as citizen. If the e-way bill has been verified by a proper officer in transit, then such an e-way bill cannot be cancelled. The e-way bill generated shall be valid in every state and union territory. The vehicle that is found to be transporting the goods without an e-way bill can be detained or seized and would be released only on payment of appropriate tax and penalty as specified by the officer. Where the goods are sent by a principal to a job worker who is located in any other state or UT, that is interstate movement of goods, the e-way bill has to be generated mandatorily by the principal or the job worker on the basis of delivery challan. If registered, and also in the case where there is interstate transport of handicraft goods by a dealer exempted from GST registration. In the case of movement of imported goods, the person in charge of a conveyance shall also carry the bill of entry filed by the importer of such goods and shall indicate the number and date of the bill of entry in Part A of Form GST EWB 01. Upon generation of the e-way bill on the common portal, a unique e-way bill number called as EBN of 12-digit number shall be made available to the supplier, the recipient and the transporter on the common portal. In the case of movement of goods through courier exceeding value of rupees 50,000, the courier agencies may be treated as the transporter of the goods and the e-way bill has to be generated. The person in charge of the vehicle should carry the invoice or bill of supply or bill of entry or delivery challan as the case may be, and a copy of the e-way bill in physical form or the e-way bill number in electronic form. In case the vehicle is changed during transit due to breakdown of vehicle or due to transshipment, the transporter or the generator of the e-way bill can update the details of new vehicle before the change in vehicle in Part B of the e-way bill on the GST portal within the validity period of the e-way bill. In case of sales return, where the buyer has rejected to take the delivery of the goods due to various reasons, the e-way bill needs to be generated, which can be generated by the person who is causing movement of such sales return or the transporter who is transporting the goods. For each invoice, one e-way bill has to be generated. Multiple invoices cannot be clubbed to generate one e-way bill. After generating separate e-way bills for each invoice consignment, one consolidated e-way bill can be prepared if goods are going in one vehicle. Where the goods are transported for a distance up to 50 kilometers within the state or union territory, from the place of business of the consignor to the place of business of the transporter for further transportation, the supplier, recipient or transporter, as the case may be, may not furnish the details of conveyance in Part B of Form GST EWB 01. If the goods are supplied by an unregistered supplier to a recipient who is registered and is known at the time of commencement of the movement of goods, the movement shall be said to be caused by such recipient. Some of the states have waived the requirement of e-way bill for intra-state city movement of goods, and some states have also enhanced the limit of rupees 50,000 to 1,000 rupees for 1 lakh rupees for requirement of e-way bill. That is, they have enhanced the limit from 50,000 rupees to rupees 1 lakh for the requirement of e-way bill. The respective state notifications can be seen and checked at the portals of the respective states for the purpose of generation of e-way bill. Provisions of the e-way bill. E-way bill rules are from Rule 138 to Rule 138E of the Central Goods and Service Tax Rules 2017. Rule 138 deals with information to be furnished prior to commencement of movement of goods and generation of e-way bill. Rule 138A deals with documents and devices to be carried by a person in charge of a conveyance. Rule 138B deals with verification of documents in conveyances. Rule 138C deals with inspection and verification of goods. Rule 138D deals with facility for uploading information regarding detention of vehicle. Rule 138E deals with restriction on furnishing of information in Part A of Form GST EWB 01. E-way bill forms are Form GST EWB 01 is e-way bill. EWB 02 is consolidated e-way bill. EWB 03 is verification report. Form EWB04 is a report of detention. Form EWB05 is an application for unblocking of the facility for generation of e-way bill. And at last, Form EWB06 is order for permitting rejecting application for unblocking of the facility for generation of e-way bill. At last, by introduction of user-friendly e-way bill system, the physical interface at checkpost has paved the way for the digital interface which shall facilitate faster movement of goods, reducing the travel time as well as cost, and shall also curtail the evasion of tax. Thank you.